Hey, and I'm live again. So you'll laugh today. I'm sitting thinking, what can I talk about? What can I talk about? And then in my bookcase behind me, I realised I had this book here called 300 Writing Prompts. And then I thought, I'm not going to go through that and try and think of something. So do you know what I did? I have to head out very shortly. I actually did some vacuuming, and this is a really funny story because I remember having a chat with my friend before about things that you'll do when you're maybe stressed or you're busy to kind of calm you down and take you out of your zone. And I spoke the other day about singing along. So what did I do? I decided that I was going to put some music on. I was going to put my earphones in, and then I didn't do music. I actually listened to one of my Audible books, and I did some vacuuming at the same time. And it was amazing what was going through my head. I'm not even really sure today that I heard very much of the Audible book because I was having some conversations with myself. And I'm currently putting together a couple of my programs to put out there. And I realised that I diet, but I don't diet. I know that sounds like a really strange thing to say. And basically what I mean by that is that I have educated myself through years and years of life experience into working out what works for me, what doesn't work for me, what gives me energy, what helps me build muscle, and basically what I need to eat on a daily basis to nourish myself. And it comes through quite a long story that I've got about myself and my own eating habits. So for anyone who doesn't know me, whenever I was growing up, my mum, just like any other woman, she wasn't unusual, because I know from other women that I saw around about her, she was always on one diet after another. And some of them were crazy diets. The funniest one for me was the one where she had a set of scales that she carried around in her bag with her, just a tiny little set of scales. I'm pretty sure it was the Cambridge diet that she was doing at the time, and she was doing this with a friend of hers. So I've just realised how messy my hair is as well. That's post-exercise hair. She would carry these scales with her, and we would go out for dinner, and she would be weighing how much meat she was having, how the weight of the carbohydrates. And her friend would do this as well, and then they would get, I don't remember whether they got points for that one or not. It certainly wasn't Weight Watchers. So she would do that, and I was just very conscious of all of this as well. So as I was growing up, I was always on a diet as well, ridiculous diets. I remember being on the fat-free diet, and the fat-free diet was so good because I could eat a whole packet, and that's a whole packet of a biscuit or a cookie called Jaffa Cakes, which to this day I still absolutely love. But I could have a whole packet of these Jaffa Cakes because I think there was only 1 gram of fat in a Jaffa Cake. So I think there was 12 or 13 Jaffa Cakes in the packet at the time. So eating a whole packet of Jaffa Cakes meant that I was only eating 12 or 13 grams of fat. And that was really low when you took the whole fat content together. What I wasn't looking at the time was the vast quantity of sugar and carbohydrates that I was consuming. So that's just one of those things where you see so many of the diets nowadays and you're following them without really understanding what is going on. So one of the big mistakes that I see with people is an intermittent fasting. Now, that's something that I've done for years and years, and a long time before it became trendy, but I didn't actually understand what it was that I was doing. And that was timing your meals. So depending on what time I would get up at in the morning would depend on when I would actually eat my meal. So whenever I was in a working environment, I was in the office, I would have had my breakfast earlier in the morning, but my last meal at night would have been really, really early. Now, when I'm not in an office environment, my first meal is a bit later in the day. And then I finish eating relatively early as well. So basically, I will eat all of my food in a 6 to 8 hour window. Now, that doesn't mean that in that 6 to 8 hour window, you restrict what you eat. You eat your normal meals. So I'll still have breakfast, I'll still have lunch, I'll still have dinner, I'll still have snacks. I often have a pre-workout. I'm a big lover of banana and peanut butter before I head into the gym. Once I've trained, I'll usually have a protein shake as well. So it means intermittent fasting doesn't mean that you starve yourself in that eating window. It basically means that you eat all of your normal calories. You just fit them in. The good thing about it is that because you've got that shorter period, you're a lot less inclined to eat junk, and you're more inclined to eat your high nutrient or nutrient-rich foods. And that's basically because you know that you're in that small window and you know you're trying to nourish your body. So if you've set yourself the target in the morning of having, say, a protein shake or maybe some eggs and some oatmeal, you'll eat those and you'll probably be full for quite a long time. You're less inclined then to go and snack on cookies. So long as you are eating a good nutrient-rich meal in that period of time, it does actually cut down on the junk that you consume. So I was saying that the topic today was how not to diet. So I realised that even although I'm not on a diet, and I haven't been on a diet since I was about 19, give or take a few things, I had a figure competition once, so I made some changes to my diet for that. But basically what I do is I eat all my food in a small window, and I make sure that all of the food that I'm eating during that period of time is nutrient rich. So there's lots of protein going in there, there's lots of quality carbohydrates, and there is a little bit of fat as well. But I've got it spaced out so that I know what to eat. And if you know what you're eating in the course of a day, you're much less inclined to snack on rubbish. So I know that every day I'm going to have my oatmeal, I'm going to have my eggs. I know my lunch is generally going to be a salad or a shake. And if it's a shake, I'm putting protein powder and fruit and vegetables into that as well. I know for dinner at night, I'm going to have a protein-rich dinner with vegetables and a little bit of carbohydrate as well. And when I'm doing that, it means that I'm nourishing my body. And it also allows me to do things like this. See this sitting on my desk? It's a Mars bar wrapper. It allows me to go and grab a Mars bar if I feel like it, or because I really like Mars bars. It allows me to go and grab something like that. And I haven't then blown my sugar count for the day. I haven't blown my calories. I haven't blown my fat, because everything else that I've had has been nutrient rich. And it makes life really, really easy. And for me, it has been winner, winner, chicken dinner, because I actually haven't, I've been the same weight now since I was 19 and I'm 50. So that's 31 years now of having the same dress size, which is brilliant because I never need to worry about my clothes. I never need to go into the wardrobe and put on my fat clothes. I'm sure you've all been there. I remember it from years and years ago, and I also remember it from my mum, where she would look at something in the wardrobe and then she would say, oh, I can't wear this today. I'm too fat for this, or my pants are too tight, or my skirt's too tight. And she had her clothes that she would use to cover up her physique, because she wasn't happy with her physique, because she knew that she was flipping between weights. Whereas with my really boring, really easy to follow system, I'm never in that situation. I don't have to go into the wardrobe and think, well, I'm going to put that on today because it's going to cover up my fat, or I'm not happy with what I look like today, because I know that every day I basically look the same, and I have done for years. And it's great because I still have a pair of jeans that I bought. I think when I was I met my husband, so I must have been 23. I think it was the first year that we met. And I bought this pair of Levi jeans, and they're a bit tatty now, but I still have them in the wardrobe because I just think it's amusing that I have this pair of jeans that I bought when I was about 22, 23 that I can still fit into now. So there you go, my easy way to not diet. Do intermittent fasting. Pick a 6 to 8 hour window in the day and eat all of your food in that 6 to 8 hour window. Make sure that you're packing your body up with nutrient-rich food, oatmeal, eggs, chicken, rice, potatoes, vegetables. Grab a bloody Mars bar if you want it. It's not a big deal and it's not going to cause you to gain weight. Even means you can have a glass of wine or two if you want as well. You can have basically anything that you want, so long as you stick to some really simple principles. Small window, and make sure that the food that you eat is nutrient rich. Right, I'm off now. Got my tasks to do. Thank you for tuning in today, and I will be back again tomorrow. I check in, today's the 20th. So 365 days in the year. We are 20 days in, and I have religiously posted every day, and it will keep coming at you. So I'm going to be here for the next 345 days to wow you with all of my information. Hopefully, some of this information is going to be about my new business coming up soon. And also, I'm going to be sharing my courses that I'm going to be launching really soon, because I have, in my great wisdom, decided that I need some help. So I have gone out there and I have asked a lady to come in and do it for me, because I'm not a technologically sound or advanced individual, as my children like to tell me. I'm pretty good, but it takes me a long time. And it would just be so much easier if I reached out for help. See, always ask for help. There's always somebody out there who'll help you too. Okay, see you back in the next video. Bye.